Hello guys and welcome to another video. Today I'd like to talk a little bit about the low block upgrade I've created for Axis a while ago. Recently I've simplified the design a little bit here and there, and I noticed that I've never made a video about this before, so yeah, let's do that today. Basically, as almost any of my upgrades, this one also has its origin in a chat I had with the drummer. Started a while ago, I think by the end of 2017 in Slovenia with a pretty cool guy. I don't know if it's okay to mention the name, so shut up. But this guy has been playing Axis for the past, 10 plus years, and in his setup he likes to play a large throw, so the beta angle pretty far away from the drum head. The general problem he faced with the pedals was that with the Axis specifically, they have no adjustment to adjust the footboard angle independently from the beta angle. So the problem with a large throw on the Axis pedals is that also the footboard raises quite a lot. So if you have an extreme angle like this one, for example, I think he's pretty close to this one. Yeah, you can see the angle is pretty crazy of the footboard. So he asked if it's possible to just do a little upgrade or a little tool to create or to make at least a simple adjustment possible to adjust the height independently. First I wanted to make a slider thing, stuff like this, which can be adapted to the front part of the direct drive link. The main problem is that the pin that goes through the ball bearing is pressed in, so it's easy for me to build this upgrade. But as always, I wanted the upgrades to be installed pretty easy for people at home. So I don't know how many people have some tools at home to press out a pin and get a new pin in. It's usually a pretty shitty work to do. So I thought, okay, maybe it's not necessary to have a fine adjustment. At least it would be cool to have several steps, or at least a few steps to adjust the footboard height, to raise or lower it. So basically I've created these two little blocks. One of them has some threads in it and the other one has just some straight holes in it to make it as a little buffer at the top or at the bottom to, as I said, lift or lower the footboard. If you take a look at my homepage by the time this video comes out, you think you can still see the former version of this upgrade. It's more like a U-shaped, where this is all in one block and the direct drive connection just fits in between. But with this separation, it is easier to have a step in between. If you order this upgrade, you get these two blocks and a metric Allen key plus the two screws you need. Besides that, you need one of the dozens of Allen keys that comes with the Axis pedals. The problem is that these Allen keys or the screws are all Imperial, so it's hard to get Allen keys that are Imperial here in Europe, and that makes it a little hard for me to pack Allen keys like the metric ones to every kit. So hope you're not that mad. The rest is simple as it looks, or maybe hopefully sounds like. All you need to do, or I have to do now, is to remove these two screws that connect the footboard with the direct drive link, let's say, or this whole direct drive mechanism over here. With the Allen key, by just loosening the screws. I think I will speed it up because I'm slow as hell. So, alright, once these screws are removed, you can just put them in a zip bag and put them somewhere where you do not lose them. So once the screws are removed, we can experiment a little bit with the height and at least with the low block upgrade. So the lowest step, or the tiniest step you could lower the footboard, is by, instead of mounting this part underneath the footboard, you can mount it above the footboard by just taking the smaller block with the threads inside and putting it on the top of the direct drive link. It matches pretty good here. And just use the screws that come with the low block upgrade and just tighten it from underneath. I'm not doing this right now because I just want to show you all the other steps without taking a quarter hour. And then you have already a lowered footboard, which is about quarter inch to half an inch lower than the regular one. If you want to go a step further, there's the option to use the bigger block that comes with the whole upgrade package. So with this one, and put this one in between. So it's, yeah, you can stack them, obviously. It's not a big deal, it's nothing complicated, it's not a huge deal to create this. That's the main reason why I like these Axis pedals. They are out for years, they've never changed that much, and their potential for upgrades is just massive. So one more time, I'm not going to tighten this completely, but you can imagine what I want to do here. So you can just tighten the screws and you're good to go. And then you have already a pretty low footboard compared to from where we started. So if you take a look at the more dramatic throw adjustment, the footboard is, yeah, at an angle where it's pretty comfortable to play with it. But of course this upgrade is called low block to go lower, but if you prefer you can also go higher. You can lift the footboard as well by doing exactly the opposite. So you can also mount this adapter block in between the direct drive connection part and the footboard and just use the block with the threads on the top of the footboard and connect everything with the screw and connect everything with the screw that comes with the kit. Also one more time from below, it will go just through all the different threads and will connect with the very top thread. So basically that's it with this little upgrade. I know it's just 2 blocks and in the picture you can already imagine what's going on, but I think it was worth mentioning what the background of this whole little low block upgrade is all about. So I think that's it for this upgrade for this week's video, or the topic of this week's video. Maybe you've noticed that I'm a little in a hurry one more time because we're heading once again into a little more stressful period. For those who are reading my weekly update, the ACD community list, they already know that my fiance Alyssa and I are going to move in about a month. From Klagenfurt, where we are now, to Graz, which is the second biggest city in Austria. It is a little bit more, central and quite cool. We found a nice place over there with access to the workshop in the same building, and the workshop is also, a little bit bigger than this little tiny space I'm here right now. So we are really looking forward to move, but obviously that also means it can be a little stressful to get everything back on track. So to make it short, I'm going to keep you updated, but there will be a time by the end of June, early July, where I won't be reachable for at least 1 or 2 days to rearrange everything in the shop and be back on my regular schedule as soon as possible. As usual, if you have any questions, feel free to write me an email. A link to my email and where you can find some more additional information is on my homepage. There's also a link to join the ACD community list if you like to know a little bit more what's going on behind the curtains. Until then, have a nice day and see you soon. Cheers!